Once upon a time, in a quiet village nestled between rolling hills, there lived a man named Samuel. Samuel was known throughout the village as a talented artist, but he was also notorious for his procrastination. He had dreams of creating a masterpiece, a painting that would immortalize his name, but years slipped away like grains of sand through his fingers. One day, as he was strolling through the village square, he noticed a peculiar sight: an old man sitting on a park bench, reading a book titled The Gift of Time. Samuel's curiosity got the best of him, and he approached the man. The old man, whose name was Benjamin, looked up and smiled warmly. "Ah, young artist, I see you're curious about my book. Would you like to hear a story?" Samuel nodded eagerly, and Benjamin began his tale. "Many years ago, I was much like you, young and full of dreams," Benjamin said. "I was an artist too, but my passion was carving wood. I had grand visions of sculpting a masterpiece that would be celebrated throughout the land. But I always found excuses to delay my work. I thought I had an eternity to create my masterpiece." Samuel listened intently as Benjamin continued. "One day, an old wanderer came to our village. He carried a peculiar hourglass, unlike any I had ever seen. He told me it was the hourglass of life and that its sands represented the time we have in this world. Each grain that fell through the narrow passage was a day of our lives." With a thoughtful gaze, Benjamin said, "I scoffed at the old man and his hourglass, thinking I had plenty of time to create my masterpiece. But as the days turned into weeks, the weeks into months, and the months into years, I realized that my life was slipping away, and I had yet to create the masterpiece I had always dreamed of." Benjamin's eyes brimmed with a poignant nostalgia as he continued, "One fateful day, I saw the old wanderer again, and he showed me his hourglass. It was nearly empty, with only a few grains of sand remaining. The realization hit me like a thunderbolt. I had wasted my time procrastinating, and the opportunity to create my masterpiece was slipping away." With a heavy heart, Benjamin concluded his story. "I rushed back home and started carving with all my might, working day and night. I poured my heart and soul into that sculpture, creating the masterpiece I had always dreamed of. It was a representation of the lessons I had learned about the value of time." Samuel sat in awe of Benjamin's story, his heart heavy with the realization that he too had squandered precious time. "But what happened to your masterpiece?" Samuel asked. Benjamin smiled and reached into his bag, revealing a small, exquisite wooden carving. It was a stunning sculpture of an hourglass, intricately detailed and filled with symbolism. "This is my masterpiece," he said. "It serves as a reminder to myself and to others about the precious gift of time. I may not have achieved fame, but I found something far more valuable: the wisdom to appreciate every moment." With newfound determination, Samuel left the park bench that day and embarked on a journey of creative exploration. He painted with vigor and passion, dedicating himself to his art. Years passed, and his work began to gain recognition throughout the village. One day, as he was putting the finishing touches on his masterpiece, the entire village gathered to witness the unveiling. When the cloth was pulled away, there stood a magnificent painting of an hourglass, its grains of sand flowing gracefully. It was a symbol of the preciousness of time, and it took the villagers' breath away. Samuel had not only created a beautiful work of art but had also imparted a profound life lesson to all who saw it. The story of the hourglass painting and the wise old man who had taught him the value of time spread far and wide, becoming a source of inspiration for people near and far. The villagers learned that time, once lost, cannot be regained. They began to cherish each moment and make the most of their days, just as Samuel had learned to do. And as the years passed, the memory of Samuel's masterpiece continued to remind them that the true value of time lies not in its quantity but in how it is spent. Thanks for watching.